Welcome back, besties. I've missed you. I hope you guys are settling into your new year. New year, new me. No, same exact you. Listen, you guys, don't put too much pressure on yourself this new year. I know we all make resolutions to everything is going to be amazing this year. It's going to be another year. I hate to burst your bubble, but it's just going to be another year where good things happen and bad things happen, and take them all in stride. And if you want to do a couple more push-ups, do a couple more push-ups. If you want to drink some more water, drink some more water. If you want to get in shape, you go, girl. But listen, if you don't want to, that's the train I'm on. I haven't had a New Year's resolution in years and years and years. So I'm just happy to be here. I'm happy you guys are with me. I have some dates coming up, upcoming dates. I would love to see you guys on the road. I'm in Portland, Oregon, January 7th, Seattle, Washington on the 8th. I have on January 27th, Raleigh, North Carolina, January 28th, Austin, Texas, January 29th, Nashville, Tennessee. Come see me. Janesville, Wisconsin, February 13th and 14th. I think I'm also adding Chicago on the 12th, on February 12th. So that should be up on my site. And then March 20th, London, March 21st, Berlin, March 22nd, Amsterdam. Come see Mama on the road, BrittanySchmitt.com for all of my shows, and I will see you out there, besties. This episode, we're going to dive right into it. I had such a great conversations with one of my dear friends. She is the co-host of a super successful dating podcast called Girls Gotta Eat. She is a comedian. She is announced her first stand-up special, and I'm going to be featuring for her on the road. Please enjoy this episode with Rayna Greenberg. I'm just lifted up by Lexapro. That's my whole personality now, is Lexapro. This morning when I was crying, I was like, wait, my meds.
We all have to have a personality. I used to have boobs. Those were my personality.
Yeah, now my personality is Lexapro. My personality is being heavily medicated.
I think you're delightful.
I don't know how you raw dog life.
I don't experience anxiety.
That's not true.
Yes, it is.
No, it's not.
That's
like a lie you're telling yourself.
I experience aggravation all the time.
Right.
But like general anxiety, I don't. It's not a feeling I experience, really. Temporary anxiety.
You're lying to my face. You're lying to my face and everyone that's listening.
I don't need it. I don't need to be medicated. I probably need to be medicated.
You don't need to be medicated.
No.
But you could try. You could pop your head into a therapy session.
Why?
You could pop your head.
All the personal crises I've had in the last couple of years, I just send you lengthy voice notes. You and like 8 of my girlfriends. Right. I shop my trauma around to everybody.
Right.
And then I'm cured.
Right. Yeah, no, I don't. I think maybe a licensed professional would give better feedback than an unmedicated divorced person. I think a medicated divorced person.
I think 8 beautiful, wonderful, successful, insightful girlfriends, the cumulative nature of them is one therapist.
Okay.
And all of you are in therapy, so
yeah.
I don't need to be.
Yeah. I do talk to my therapist about you. I'm like, my friend is having this problem.
I'm always like, please talk to your therapist and ask them what they should do.
And she says, you should come see me.
I don't need it. No, I'm saving money.
Okay. You're the most frugal rich person I know.
Yeah, I don't pay for HBO. I pay for Netflix. I don't pay for Hulu. I just got a Peacock subscription from somebody else.
Oh, wow.
And I don't pay for therapy.
Wow. Yeah. Okay. What do you think about this? So I still share my not my Netflix, my HBO and my Apple TV with my ex-husband.
So I think people think this is weird. If you can get somebody to pay for those things, and I say go for it. The only reason why I don't want a man to share that with me is because like they watch other stuff. So right. I want the recommendations tailored to me, but not enough to pay for it.
Right.
Do you think it's weird that you share it with him?
No, but my friend who's staying with me did. She's like, what the fuck is this? She's like, you need to emotionally divorce. And I was like, I'm divorced. I just am also saving money.
Yeah, that adds up to like $150 a year.
Yeah.
I don't want to pay
more than that.
Is it?
Yes.
Yeah, see? I don't know because I don't pay for
it. I would never know.
The
way you're like $150 a year and then you'll spend like $7,000 on Revolve.
Okay, but all those subscriptions add up together. It's 150 times like 6 subscriptions. Who's paying for all this? I think I just put my YouTube TV on pause too.
On pause?
Yeah. I'm never here. I don't need to pay $100 a month for YouTube TV.
It's $100 a month?
Something like that, like $89.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
Okay.
I'm never here.
Yeah.
Barely live here.
Yeah, that's true. Are you so excited to move back to New York?
I lived in New York for 15 years and I moved here and I was like so done with New York. I was just like, I need a break. I don't want this. Unsubscribing from hustle culture. And I had a good run here.
Yeah.
I bought a house.
Yeah.
And then I changed my mind.
Yeah.
I'm
It's
bored.
a good time to change your mind right after you buy a house.
Yeah. 1 year into it. Yeah. It's really smart after you spend all your money on a house.
Yeah.
I miss being surrounded by New Yorkers. I feel a little like lethargic here. I feel like I'm not that like excited to do anything here.
Yeah.
Like my career is in media. I want to be in media in New York. I want to like walk to everything. Like I went to the Spotify Wrapped party the other night and I was so excited to go, but like I was in the car for 45 minutes each direction.
Yeah.
And like the room was like a quarter of the way full.
Uh-huh.
And I was like, people don't want to do anything in LA.
Yeah, everyone just stays inside. It's so easy to just stay inside.
Yeah.
Especially now when it gets dark early and cold. I'm just like, I just will stay in my
Your place
house.
is so perfect and amazing. Like, why would you leave?
And that's how I feel. So I'm moving to Palm Beach. So I have a perfect place here. And I'm like, you know what? I'm going to go.
Well, at least I'll be like close to you and we'll be in the same time zone.
I saw something recently that said New York is sinking under the pressure of all the skyscrapers. That's like 1.7 trillion tons of metal.
I'll be dead before that really affects me in any
Yeah,
way.
people say that
I don't
about
care.
Miami too. And I'm like, okay, let it sink.
Yeah,
It's
going to be underwater in a few years. I won't be alive.
Yeah.
I don't care.
In a few years. I won't be alive.
I don't have children and I'm not going to worry about it.
Right. Okay, great.
Yeah.
I'm so excited. I'm excited for our home in New York.
And I'm excited for our home in Palm Beach.
Yeah.
You were just showing it to me. I was like, oh my God, I'm going to love waking up there. How many bedrooms are you guys getting?
It's 2.5.
Will I have my own bathroom?
Yeah.
That's really important to me.
Okay. Well, we got you covered. I have my own bathroom in New York.
No, but that's a different price point. I was like, you're not paying for you live in Florida. I have to pay for this.
Yes, I am.
Can he get us an apartment in New York? It's weird staying with your friend and her man and like you have to poop in the morning and like he's around.
Right.
I don't want
Tough
that.
off your shits.
Yeah. I don't want that. Not that I care if your boyfriend's attracted to me, but I don't need to be in the mix, you know?
He's in the bagel business. He's got to be out by like 4 a.m.
Oh, okay. So I can can poop in the morning. He won't
Rough
be around.
shits.
Yeah,
all
he'll be up at like 2 or 3 a.m. making dough.
Oh, okay. He won't be around. This is perfect.
Yeah, no, he's signing up for a tough life that he didn't need to do it to himself.
I imagine you just in the t-shirt, just like ringing people up at the register. Is that going to be you?
No, everyone keeps saying that. Santino was just on the podcast and he was like, are you going to be working behind the counter? I'm like, no, my service industry days are behind me.
Okay, that's because everybody else is like, this is the decent thing to do. And you're like, absolutely not. Everyone's like, obviously you're going to support your partner. And you're like, oh, no, I'm not doing that. That's crazy.
Not by working a cash register.
Save him some money.
Well, if I am working the cash register, I'm getting paid. I'm not saving anyone money. I'm not doing
you're gonna make
community
him pay you.
service.
Even if you okay, what if he pays your rent and your bills?
He's not going to.
Okay.
That's not the setup.
Okay, then he has to pay you an hourly wage.
Yeah. What if he hires a 22-year-old blonde to do it?
Fine. Let him.
Brittany's pretty hot.
Let him fucking cook. He likes older women. If you hired a 40-year-old, I'd be more scared.
I just think men that want to cheat are going to cheat on you, and there's like nothing you could do to stop them.
Yeah.
You could work all day long at that register, and he'll still find the way to fuck the other girl.
Totally.
If he wanted to.
Totally. 100%.
I think people make it their whole personalities, like, and I understand where it comes from. If you've been cheated on, then you're paranoid all the time. But I think people make it their whole personality to like read people's emails and their texts and like figure this out. It's like, I don't know, if someone wants to cheat on you, they're going to cheat on you.
Yeah. I don't do that. Do you read texts or emails?
I've only had one partner that I like went through their stuff, but he was like cheating on me with everybody.
Right.
And I had already caught him cheating one time, and like the feeling never went away. And I caught him a second time doing that too. And after that, I've never had a partner whose phone I ever went through.
Yeah.
I've been in serious relationships with actually some pretty nice people who just never, we had all kinds of other problems.
Right.
But trust was never an issue for me.
And that's a blessing.
Yeah.
I mean, I in my first marriage, I definitely went through his phone. And I think the thing is, when you go through someone's phone, if you're looking for something bad, you're going to find it. You know, even if it's just like something, it was like something from his ex-wife that his ex-wife sent years ago when they were married. And I was like, how fucking dare you take me to the same restaurant you took her to? And he's like, whoa, bitch.
You will find something that you don't like. And I don't know. Things that I say will sound flirty. I could imagine a partner of mine like reading something I say to somebody else and being like, I don't love the tone of that, but I know that it didn't mean anything.
Right. Yeah, I mean, for me, it's like I have all these friends that are male comics, like Theo and Santino, and I always am like, love you, bye, you know? And like, I think if I saw him doing that, I would be like, ugh.
It's different when a woman does it.
I know.
It just is.
It just
if a man says that shit.
I know. Also, his female friends are like the hottest people alive.
Are they?
And then mine look like you found him under a rock in the woods.
Thanks, Brenna.
No. My male friends, opposite sex friends.
But you know that I'm pretty attracted to some of your male comedian friends, one in particular.
Oh my God.
I love a toxic male comedian. You think I would have learned, but
Why learn?
Why learn when you can just keep doing the same thing?
When you can just keep getting curb stomped by life. Why would you ever learn, Rayna?
I just feel like if I got really happy, it would stop my comedy. Like if I just was in like a healthy, solid, stable relationship, like what would I write about if I wasn't just continuously sleeping with comedians?
Right. And, you're doing it for the plot and we all appreciate you. But how's your heart?
My heart is filled because I have wonderful women in my life.
Right.
I have a great relationship with my dad. I have great friends. I love my job. It's like the one missing piece. But honestly, Vogue announced that it is embarrassing to have a boyfriend. So also, I'm not embarrassing.
That was like British Vogue.
It's made its way to America, Brittany.
Yeah, I know, but
they speak the same language there.
Yeah, I know, but they like stay inside in the rain and just like think about death.
Remember,
that was the country that they all were putting their head in the oven. They had to like switch the oven.
I think people do that here too.
Not head in the oven.
My heart's great. How's your heart?
My heart's great. I'm okay. I'm hanging on by a thread.
Okay, you have a boyfriend. So.
I do have a boyfriend. I do have a boyfriend, but I don't have your job.
I do like my job. I feel like, I mean, to be like really corny, I've done the podcast for 8 years and I feel like I contribute positively to the world every week.
You really do.
And that makes me really happy.
So many people DM me when I announced I was doing a new podcast being like, get Rayna on. We need to see you and Rayna. We want to you. And I was just like, okay, she's coming.
You're funnier than I am, so they're going to be disappointed.
But you're smarter.
Maybe.
In some ways.
No, but I'm really excited. I did your last podcast and this is really nice to just be solo with you. And
Yeah, it's a new chapter.
I was thinking this morning, you and I have been to Paris together 3 times. Yeah. Most people have been to Paris 3 times in their whole life. And I've been to Paris 3 times with you.
Yeah, the last one hit the skids a little.
The last
one, Rayna ran away from me on the last one.
I spent like $800 to leave like 10 hours earlier. I wanted to get the fuck out of there.
Yeah. You were struggling. I
think that I have a pretty long fuse, but when I hit the end of it, there is no talking me out of it. I'm just.
Oh, I know. No, I know. I saw you in YSL looking at flights.
You're like one of your superpowers is, I don't know if you know this, but like when you are like really like not in a good mood or you're not enjoying something or you're like down, you do not show it on your face or in your voice or in your body. Maybe like with your romantic partner you do, I don't know. But like I have been like in situations with you where I'm like, I know that she is done, but like you have a smile on your face. Like I don't know how you do it. I'm not capable of it.
I don't know what you're talking about.
I really feel that you are capable of it.
I sit there and I just you can start to see my double chin and I just like fall into a fucking daze and I just dissociate.
Like the other night at dinner where you just stopped talking. I was like, Brittany hasn't talked in 30 minutes. I knew you were ready to go.
I was done. Honestly, the MVP of that night was Shashank at the end of the dinner when he just got up and left. He was like, I'm going to go get the car.
I was like, the car's just going to be waiting. This is amazing.
He's like, he was more done than me. I was like, honestly, stick a fork in us, we're cooked.
I feel like women can't do that. Men can get up and do that.
Yeah.
If a woman did that, it would be like, oh,
yeah,
bitch.
Yeah.
But he left to get the car. I was like, what a prince.
Yeah.
Love it.
What a prince.
Okay. So, but even that night you were pleasant. Like I am visibly unhappy when I'm ready to stop doing something.
No, I know, Rayna. I know.
I always thought I hid it until you told me I don't hide it.
You can't really button shit up at all. Or like when I was doing the photo shoot at your house and you were having a bad week. It was not a good week for me to do a photo shoot. You came in, I had something hung on your railing, which is a house. It's built for, it's built for.
I was like, don't do that.
You walked in, you're like, absolutely not. And you pulled it off there. And I was just like, Whitney was like, boo.
I go, you could stay and hang out. And you go, no, you don't want that.
No.
Everyone knows you don't want that. The energy is that you don't want that. And I was like, no, totally stay. But you don't take advantage of that because other people will be like, oh, she's saying stay.
Yeah, no, I'm like, we got to go.
Yeah.
We got to fucking on delay out of this bitch.
You see it. You see inside my soul.
Yeah. Are you on the apps right now?
No.
Oh, are you going to get back on?
No. I'm in this like amazing place where I basically like have been writing this thing, which we'll talk about, but like
let's talk about it now.
Okay.
Yeah.
So I had a situation where I was in love with this guy and he like shattered my heart. And I was like, I want to like.
Just one of those situations.
Just one.
Just one. One and only
one. A big one. And I was like, I want to date this year. I want to be intentional. I want to do everything. I want to do like matchmakers and apps and, you know, fuck my friends and do all these things. And, and I did all those things and I just started writing about it. And I was like, this is like pretty funny. And I put together this whole thing and I was like, I think this is a comedy hour. Like, I think I've written something and I've never done a solo tour. I've been on tour with Ashley for 7 years for Girls Gotta Eat. And she's a solo comedian and she's so amazing. And she went on a solo tour this year. She had 43 sold out shows and shot a special and it was so inspiring. And you and I both like went with her and opened the shows. And I just kept writing and I was like, I think I really enjoy this and I have something to say and this is like deeply funny. And I just started talking to my agent about it and I was like, I want to do a tour. I have like something to say. I love performing. And so I announced my tour, my solo tour in December and it's 20 cities. I cannot wait. I'm going to travel over the country and you're going to come with me. And I'm just like, I can't wait to do it with you.
Yeah, I'm so excited. I mean, we've been working on it together. I've been helping you with writing and figuring out structure of, you know, because you're such a presence on stage. Like,
really nice.
Truly, I mean, you opened my special in Chicago and my girl who did my hair and the girl who did my makeup were like, Rayna was the best one. Aww. And I was like, that's crushing to hear right after I filmed a special.
They met besides you.
They're like, I'm like, that's devastating. That is a fucking kill shot to hear when I was filming a special. But they're like, yeah, no, Rayna was the best. And I was like, cool. Yeah, no, that's good. That's good. That's great. But you are such a presence that like you just really command the stage. And I know you've been performing for live shows, but comedy is such a different thing. But you just have the confidence. You're small, but you've got a lot of charisma. And like, it's just such a good thing that like once the structure is there and the jokes are kind of cooked into it, it's going to be such a great show. And I can't wait to be on the road with you.
I'm just to have you there with me. I mean, I've never done a solo tour. I've always been with Ashley and our assistant and a tour manager and a videographer. And like, I've never done this like solo tour. So like have somebody I love so much with me in these moments is just gonna like mean so much to me. And I am gonna get back to the dating app thing that you asked me and connect this. I'm gonna land the plane. But I just started writing these stories that I just think are like relatable and everybody goes through these things and it's a lot of like trial and error and failure and like figuring out what you want. And I think that dating has changed so much even in the last couple of years with like AI and ChatGPT and the way that people just approach love. And even like that articles are coming out now saying like having a boyfriend is embarrassing. Like people are thinking about love differently. And I had so much fun writing it and I feel so proud of it and I'm so excited to do it that like actually putting my energy into that for the last couple months has made me be like, I literally don't care about dating at all. Yeah. It's like not in my airspace at all. It's crazy. I don't think about it at all. I mean, I'd like to get fucked more.
And that's what we've been saying. And that's what we're here to say. That's what we're here to tell everyone. We're all trying to get fucked more.
I'd like to get fucked more. But I'm going to take all these experiences and I'm going to monetize them now. And I'm going to talk about my trauma on stage. And I'm going to like be able to like make other people feel like they have similar experiences and they're heard and laugh at the problems and the sadness and all the things. Because a lot of these things were really hard. I was like in love with my best guy friend. It was fucking terrible. But like to turn that into art is like really fun and exciting.
Yeah, that's the whole point of getting fucked up in life is to eventually turn that pain into something that everyone else can benefit from, including yourself.
I mean, nobody is more open and honest than you are, and like you're a storyteller too. Like I think that you're just the funniest person. The way you write is like unbelievable. The way you're like can weave a joke and the analogies and the callbacks, like you're so brilliant at it. But it's just storytelling. Like it's not observational humor. Yeah. And like everything you do is so personal. And like I think it's, I don't want to be like, it's so brave, but it's like a real art to be able to do that and to have people care about your life. Yeah. And you're just so good at it.
Thank you. I try. I mean, I just, you know, whatever. We're all our own worst critic, except for you. You honestly, think the world of yourself. And I think that's something everyone should take a page out of your book.
No one is more confused about me not having a boyfriend than me. I'm just like, I'm so awesome. All these people that aren't awesome have relationships and I don't get it. You are so awesome and very hot and smart and cool and fun. But you said to me the other day, you said something like, I don't want to hang out with her, and that sucks for her because I'm awesome. And I was like, that sounds like me. And you're like,
I was channeling you.
Yeah.
Yeah. I was like, I'm never going to talk to her again, and that sucks for her because I'm great.
I don't know. I've always felt like there's always going to be somebody who is prettier than me and skinnier and makes more money, more successful and funnier and all those stupid fucking things. But like that shouldn't make you not like yourself.
Right.
There's always going to be people that are like more whatever it is than you.
Yeah, 100%. No, you do have a lot of self-esteem. And that's great.
My dad really loved me.
So did mine, but my mom really
countered that.
My mom really did it. So
my mom was like, you think you're taking 2 steps forward, we're gonna take 3 back.
Yeah, my mom's like, you think you're getting married, I'm gonna kill myself.
It's crazy that happened.
I know. You think it's your wedding day, ding dong, it's my funeral, bitch.
Do you feel like you get a lot of confidence from your current relationship?
Yes, a ton. He really hypes me up. And he's just, he's so he just thinks the world of me. He's like,
I know he does.
You know, he's just like impressed. He's never really dated anyone who has had anything going on before.
Shots fired.
Well, goddamn.
I like that it insults him and everybody he's ever dated. Like, it insults so many people. While also giving yourself a compliment. It was amazing.
I was really Rayna coded. I'm proud of myself.
He just like I sat with him for like your special, and like it was the first time he'd really seen you do comedy, and a lot of the stuff you'd written was about other guys.
Yeah,
and like we didn't know how he was gonna take it, and I was just like, so how was it for you? And he was like, I just look at her on stage, and I'm just like, I can't believe that's my fucking girl. Like, look at her go, and like. That's how we all want our partners to feel about us. Yeah. To like look at us do something and be like, it's outside of them and has nothing to do with them, and they can watch you do this thing and be like so amazed by you. And like you're worthy of that amazement. It's not like you're like working at Salesforce, just like doing a pitch deck.
No shade to anyone who's working at Salesforce.
No shade.
It's a good job.
And a great service.
You're doing amazing, sweetie.
Yeah. No, you're working
at Salesforce.
Not everybody can be on stage telling dick jokes.
Yeah.
But like he was just, there was no competitiveness, there was no jealousy,
and that's huge. Because I think in my first marriage, and I know in my first marriage, there was an undercurrent of like he's funnier than me. First of all, I will say that hands down, he is the funniest person I've ever met in my entire life, but he really wanted to be on stage doing that, so there was like a little bit of like grating in it. And like Mr. Manhattan, that's what we're calling him. He has his own shit going on, and he's just like happy to be there, you know?
Oh, I thought you meant your ex-husband. I was like, wait, why Manhattan?
Oh, no. Mr. Manhattan is
so I was
current.
We had Esther Perel on our show, and we were talking to her about like the times that people say that they're most in love with their partner, and that everybody says like it's when I can see them doing something that I'm like so proud of them doing, and it's outside of myself basically. And like he just was so proud of you, and it wasn't even like, yes, he's enamored by you and thinks you're beautiful and you look so gorgeous, but he was just like the pride, and it never even crossed his mind like I just listened to her talk for an hour about fucking other dudes.
Yeah, well, it crossed his mind. Well, let's not get it twisted. At the very end of the night, he's like, thank God my friends weren't there because they would think I'm a cuck. And I was like,
I think all guys feel like
the special that just came out is the one that we're referring to. But he then brought one of his friends to come see me at the Comedy Store, and I had a really good set, and his friend loved the show, and I think that like relieved some tension for him, because he was like, oh, my friends like actually think it's funny, and they get it that like I'm not actively fucking somebody in the MLB right now.
It is uncomfortable though.
Yeah. No, I mean, remember in the beginning of before everyone went on stage, I looked out to the crowd and he was front and center. And I was like,
we have to get him to move.
I was like, move him. What the fuck? I'm not going to be sitting there talking about like sucking another guy's dick, looking in his eyes. And then if I look to the right, my dad's there. Like, I can't, like, I'm going to fall apart.
This is like novice comedy audience. Like, it's like, he doesn't know that. Like, most people think like, I want to sit right in the front and support her. And nobody in comedy wants you anywhere. I don't want anybody in my family or my friends in my eyesight at all.
Never.
The first show the first time I ever got on stage, I invited like everybody I knew. It was like Fisher Price, my first show.
Yeah.
We sold out Caroline's. It was like 400 seats. I invited like my dad and my family and Ashley's family and all of our friends and my friends' moms, and everybody sat in the front table, like right next to the stage. And like, why did I do that? It went great. It was great.
Obviously,
I was a natural and I was amazing, but
Obviously, there was no issues and everything was great.
It was perfect. Yeah.
Oh my God. Okay, so when you are ready to get back on the apps, I have somebody to help you with your profile.
I'm so glad this came up.
I'm so glad it came up. I'm so glad you reminded me of this email because I forgot about it. And when I first got it, it was like a trauma hit right to the soul. Like it shattered me. And and technically this dating coach was doing me a favor. So I had to respond and say, thank
you kill yourself.
Yeah, literally. They're like, oh, she's clinically depressed. We'll give her one more nudge.
If you posted this would go viral. Like, and also to like give a little background, yes, you were single at the time and he was going to help you with your dating profile. Yeah. And like what he wrote would make anybody be like, I don't know if I should be on this earth anymore.
Literally. It's so, okay. So he took my Hinge profile and I don't know. What do we say? He tore it to shreds.
I've never honestly, he really was like, how mean can I be?
Yeah. So the first thing he says is the dating me prompt is not to be mean, a terrible first impression. This is the first thing someone sees about you and you're letting them know you're going to tear their asshole up and ruin their life. Unless this is the impression you'd like to leave. And I can't even remember what I said. Dating me, it's like, I think swallowing a cheese grater or like eating nails. Like
I was wondering what it said.
It said something funny. It was like my prompts on my profile were just like short and funny because I just was like, what am I going to say? Like, oh, I want you to take me on long walks and like we'll do hot yoga together. Like, no, I'm not going to put all of that. And also, I don't want that. So I'm looking for a prompt is, again, just setting an expectation that you don't take yourself seriously in the dating realm, that you expect everything to be a situationship. Let's do the opposite. Hear and vocalize what you're after, exclamation point.
Okay. Great. So I thought I was trying to be light and funny, but
right.
Sure. Great.
Typical Sunday prompt is, again, just telling the reader that you're going to ruin their life.
That's my favorite one of all of them.
My typical Sunday prompt was contemplating the sweet release of death.
That sounds like you're going to ruin your life, not theirs. Yeah. Oh, like if you kill yourself and ruin their Sunday.
As you are all too aware, having the joke land on stage is a challenge. Having the joke land in writing is infinitely more complex. First of all, fuck you.
I don't agree. That was hilarious.
What the fuck are you talking about? It's hard on stage. What do you know about stage?
But what are you telling me about being a comedian? This is your job. You're not even good at this. Yeah. Don't tell me about my job.
And here's the thing that made me mad. He's not somebody that I would ever want to date. You know what I mean? I'm like, why am I taking advice from somebody that looks like a dollar store fucking Pedro Pascal? Like a sales rack, clearance rack Pedro.
But I think about that all the time. Like, why would I care? I don't care about your opinion. I wouldn't live the life you live.
Right.
I don't want to be like you. Why would I take your opinion?
Right. We don't take advice from people who, we don't, what is it? We don't take advice from people whose lives we don't want.
Yeah.
Is there anything else that I should do?
There was something about cheese.
There's something about cheese. Yeah, there was one in the beginning where he's like, this doesn't tell me anything meaningful about you except for the fact you like cheese. And I'm like, that's all you need to know. Oh, yeah, right here. The biggest flaw in your profile is personal disclosure. There isn't a single tangible thing on your profile about you besides liking cheese. I'm like, that's all you need to know is that I'm not lactose. Feed me a fucking grilled cheese and I'll be happy.
I also think that that's kind of well, I'll talk about like best dating practices, but that is a conversation starter. He also ripped all your photos to shreds.
Yes.
It was a really long email. He put a lot of thought into making you really upset.
He really hate fucked that email.
Yeah,
he really hate fucked that email.
So, I mean, at its core, so on our show, we've had, her name is Logan Ury. She's the chief data scientist at Hinge. She's a brilliant genius, whatever, 3 times. And we've talked a lot about like what people look for, how to engage people with your photos and the prompts. And like, there's a whole science to it, blah, blah, blah. We've had lots of people on there, like experts in this realm. I don't think his advice is bad at its core. His advice is like, show people something about you that they can latch on to. Say things that people can like continue a conversation with you about. Don't make everything like sarcastic or negative or biting. I don't know if that's what he was saying to you, but like that is the general advice. Like, be light, share something about yourself that makes you unique.
But be light. I'm clinically depressed. Like,
that
that's
makes
not
you
who
unique.
I am.
That makes you different.
I wasn't on Lexapro yet. Like, be light. That's not me. I've never walked into a room and anyone's ever said she lights up the room.
No. You light up my life, but not the room.
Not the room.
And you're like, I don't want to. I don't want people to have this energy from me.
No.
But I think at its core, he meant like share something like meaningful about yourself that people can latch onto and talk about that makes you different. You're like, I share that I'm depressed.
Yeah.
But like, it's so mean and over. Like, I would never take advice from somebody that was speaking to me like that. I can't believe a professional would give somebody advice like that. Even if that is genuinely what he felt about you, which he did not hold back. And you said something to me that I thought was like so poignant. You said like, the person that would like me will read that and think this stuff is funny.
Well, to that point. So I think I did tweak slightly something, but I really didn't take his advice because I was so offended by that email. I was like, well, I'm not going to implement this advice. I think I switched something to be like, well, I like flowers randomly, or like, whatever, something minor. But when I matched with my current partner on Hinge, he had the same exact profile as I did before fucking Ike Turner got a hold of it. He was like, I'm weirdly attracted to the clinically insane. I'm weirdly afraid of small talk in elevators. Like, I don't remember what the third one was, but there was no like in-depth information on him. I could just tell he was funny and hot and tall. That's all I needed to know.
But that's what most of us need to know. I mean, I think we're just shopping on these dating apps for somebody who's like relatively an appropriate age, not you, but other people. And relatively live in the city that we want them to live in and like look good enough to maybe hook up with them. And then like we take a chance. Like people try to like game dating apps like that's this science, and there's some science to it. They say you shouldn't have a drink in your hand in every photo. You should be solo.
Well, I mean, but maybe the people with a drink in a hand in every photo, they're trying to let them know I'm a raging alcoholic.
I
party. And like maybe party. That is good information, because like when I have seen that, I swipe left because I'm like, yeah, I'm not going to go out with a active alcoholic.
Yes, if I saw I'm attracted to the clinically insane, I would swipe no.
Would you? See, I was like, I'll show up in my straitjacket.
I'm too sane.
Oh, Rayna, you think you're so sane. You really just have a real lack of self-awareness.
Yeah, but like my insanity is more self-harming, Yeah. Like, and I share it with you and other people. Yeah. Not real self-harm, but
yeah.
I just think that like people try to like game this, and I don't know. You said I like cheese. That is a conversation opener to me. It's just, I mean, this isn't that deep. Like, we should be on dating apps. We want to like have a little bit of fun. Like, if it feels so heavy and deep, I don't think that you should be on dating apps. I think that you're gonna like spiral out and crash out and really upset yourself. Like, if I saw something that was just like, cheese is so important to me, I'd be like, what kind of fucking cheese you like?
Yeah.
And like, then you exchange 2 conversational sentences and go on a date and see if we want to fuck each other.
That's all we're trying to do.
I don't think it's that deep.
It's not that deep. I have the hiccups. What's
this book you have?
Oh, we're going to do word of the week. I've got a word for us. Don't worry.
Okay, I'm excited.
Do you want to do it now?
We can. Do you have any other dating app tips? Since you did meet somebody on a dating app, do you have like tips for how to meet somebody? How much should you?
Yeah, Rayna, here's my tip. Go to Rayna Greenberg's 40th birthday party. And then when you're going back into the city, decide you're going to fuck a young guy and never talk to him again. And then lower the age parameters down to 25 just to take a young buck for a ride. And then
you did it.
Meet the love of your life.
Oh. Okay, so if you guys can just replicate that exactly.
Yeah.
But I think
I don't think there, like you said, I don't think there is actually a science to it. Like, I don't. Or did you say there is a science?
No, I think that like, you hear from everybody like being like, when you least expect it, you'll find somebody. But what I find the crux of that advice means is like when you just de-escalate. And
yes.
I know that it's hard when you want a partner so badly, it makes you sick. I know it's hard to say to yourself like, I'll just be chill about it. Like I validate that that's very hard. But like if you do just take it a little bit lightly and you don't take this so seriously, like what you did was just be like, I'm going to find somebody hot that I can have fun with. And like, it wasn't deeper than that. If you have the opportunity to do that, I think you like open yourself up to be the most genuine you that you can be. Mm-hmm. Like, did you feel like you were like the most you?
Yeah, I was just myself. I was present, but he got thrown for a curve because his dad showed up.
I forgot you met his dad on the first date.
Yeah, I met his dad on the first date. So he was not himself. Like, we were bantering so much before we met up. He was so funny, so cool, whatever. When we got to dinner, he was like, I could feel his anxiety, and he was, trying to drink it off. And I was like, let's just do mushrooms. So we did mushrooms, and that is like how the night kind of unfolded. But like, I do think both of us went into it with no expectation of ever seeing the other person again. Like, I think I know that we've talked about it. Like, we both were like, yeah, I live in LA, he lives in New York. Like, we're never going to see each other again. We're just going to go have fun.
Yep.
So
it's hard to manufacture that attitude.
Yeah.
It's hard to manufacture the I don't give a fuck, but like if you can just bottle that a little bit.
Well, yeah. And I think too, because like I was intentionally dating before, you know what I mean? And I just kept getting my fucking head slammed in the pavement because guys like will lie and say that they're looking for something and they're not, or they're just not interested in you, which is devastating and I don't understand it.
It's crazy.
I'll
I would be so
never
into you.
understand
If I was into women,
I'll never understand
I've tried
it.
to be.
You're kind of into women.
I tried.
Like
once.
on Wednesdays. Like on Wednesdays, you're into girls.
I tried.
Like one day a week.
Yeah.
Yeah, no. I mean, there's no advice I can give. I don't think I did anything revolutionary except for just try and like have it not be so serious.
But I think that's good to be the kind of person in a relationship too that isn't like, do what I did.
Yeah, no. I also don't do what I did. Dating a 27-year-old.
It worked out. I love him so much. He's the best.
He's the best. He's the best, and I love him so much.
I'm
back
not.
off. Back off. No,
I don't think anybody's worried. I don't think well, you tell me. I don't think I give off like I'm going to flirt with your man.
No.
kind of vibes.
No. You, I trust inherently.
Because I'm not as pretty as you.
No, that's not why. Because you're because of the brand of woman you are.
Oh, that's
like
nice.
You're not the kind of woman that's gonna do that. And you know how painful it is for it to be done to you, and you're not gonna do that. You're just like mature. You're an adult, and you're a good friend. And I think women who lack maturity and confidence, and which you do not lack, I think it's a lack of confidence thing to try and get every man's attention in the room.
I find it so weird, and I guess I have empathy because I know where it comes from. It comes from self-hatred. It comes from needing a lot of attention to like fill this void in yourself to feel like worthy. But I can't even explain it. Like anytime a friend of mine is even remote, if somebody's gone on one date with somebody, if somebody has said to me, that guy across the room is cute, I don't like that guy. That guy becomes my brother. I have no interest in them. And I don't think I've had one experience where anybody could refute that is exactly what I'm like. It's not even about like girl power and sisterhood. I don't know. If my friend's like, I'm into that guy, I am just not into that guy. That's not my guy.
How do you feel about self-proclaimed girls?
I usually think that they are one. I don't think it's one of those things where people are like, I'm so self-aware, and you're like, you're the least self-aware person in the room. I didn't say I was self-aware. I said I was confident.
No. I'm not talking about you. I think that people that go out of their way to say they're girls are usually not.
Do you think that anybody that goes out of their way to tell you that they're anything, like if you have to say
it's
it, are
virtue
you
signaling. It's like just be a good friend and be good to your girlfriends, and you don't have to be like, I'm a girl's girl.
I don't think I've ever said that in my life, but I guess like
Never.
if you would say to me like the characteristics of that is what I am.
Yeah, but I would never even call you that. I do genuinely feel that most people that say they're girls are not. Like they will take the first opportunity they get to flirt with your man or go after someone you think is cute.
I guess I'm like downloading it. I'm like, the people that I've heard say that are the people I'm like, hide your man.
Yeah. Hide your man, 100%. And like, I think there's just something in general about virtue signaling and saying you're like this great thing and then you're not. Like oftentimes we've seen in, media, especially like people that say they're one thing and then it comes out that they're this completely different thing. Like right now what's coming to my head is Cosby. Cosby was like the family man and like, you know what I mean? And he's like behind closed doors. That's an extreme example of it. But I think oftentimes when people virtue signal, it's just a crock of shit.
I think it's so interesting how people speak about themselves sometimes. Like sometimes I'll read emails. They're usually from publicists, and that is their job to like hype people up. But it'll be like #1 dating expert in the world, #1 show in the U.S., best sex podcast, all these things. And I'm just like, I would never speak of myself like that. But like Ashley and I have a really successful brand. I could give you every stat on planet Earth. We've done like 150 million downloads. But I've never like put in an email, I'm like the #1 dating podcast. Like I find... Again, I understand that this is publicists writing a lot of this, but when people tell you like they're the #1 thing, I'm like, I'd rather people Google me and figure it out later.
Right.
I'd rather not have to tell you what I'm like.
It's also like, what's that metric? Like, what are you up against? How do you decide you're #1? It feels like you just decided and then you just said it.
I mean, I do
there's
wonder
no measurable way to say I'm the #1 dating coach. Like, there's no measurement for that.
Or the #1 podcast. Like, I used to, when we first started the podcast, because the top 100 are still going to be the most downloaded, obviously, but like it fluctuates which is the number one, and it can sometimes be some of the smaller shows, but it's acceleration that pushes you up those lists. So even when people say like we crack the top 3 in the podcast charts, that doesn't mean you have the most downloads.
Right.
It doesn't always mean that. It just means you've like acceleration. So I don't know what the measure for that is.
Yeah.
Do you make the most money? I don't know. How do you know what other people make?
Yeah, it's really just self-aggrandizing. Just being like, I'm number one. Okay, what are you talking about?
But that is an interesting question to like girls. I guess the people that I've heard say that, I'm like,
yeah, I have like a visceral reaction to it now. At this point, I've just had enough experiences where I'm just like, girls are the scariest people alive.
Do you have friends? Do you think you have friends that like you have a man, they like sort of like?
Not anymore. Got rid of them. You guys, I am so excited about this sponsor. I cannot stop talking about Berber hair oil and how much they have helped me on my hair regrowth journey. You can see it here. This is all my real hair. It's all coming back. I don't have 4 hairs anymore. I have 14, and it's all because I've been using Berber hair oil. It's Murdoch oil that absorbs at the root and helps the hair health from the root down. So use Berber hair oil twice a week. Dermaplane. Use the oil, put it back in a slick back bun and leave that puppy in overnight and watch your hair grow into the best version of hair you've ever had. While we're making improvements to our health, let's not forget about our hair health this new year. Go to Berber.com, BURBUR.com, use the code BRITT, BRITT for 15% off your first order. That's Berber.com, code BRITT for 15% off your first order. Your hair will thank you. You guys, our next sponsor is A Life on the Lamb. I'm obsessed with all of their bone broth, their bone jelly. I cannot shut the fuck up about. You know that 1 cup is 20 grams of protein for my protein girlies trying to build muscle, keep muscle. Honestly, it's just good for your gut health. It's good for your hair health. It's good for your skin health. It is good for your health. So drink some bone broth throughout the day. The bison bone broth is my favorite. The bone jelly, I have at least 1 cup a day. The face fat, I can't get enough of it. Honestly makes my skin so juicy and plumpy and wonderful. Plump and wonderful. Use the code BRITLOVES10, BRITTLUVS 10 for 10% off your first order. There's also the Britney bundle on the site, so you guys can just click that, add that to your basket. You know exactly what's in my cupboard and what is in my beauty closet. That's not the right word. What's hiding behind my mirror? What's in my bathroom? Anyway, whatever. I use it before bed. Go get your Britney bundle at A Life on the Lamb, ALIFEONTHELAM.com, and use the code BRITLOVES10 for 10% off your first order. Go get it, best.
I guess I'm curious, like what you think. Like if you see that behavior once, do you have a zero tolerance policy for it?
No, I don't.
Do you think like how you do one thing is how you do all things?
No, I don't. And that's something that I want to change because I give people I have a real problem of like, I idealize who a person is when I first become friends with them, and then I give them a lot of passes. Like they can do a lot of fucked up shit because I have attachment issues, and I also, it's like a deep wound that I'm like very familiar with. Like when I was young and when I was growing up, I was bullied constantly. I had no real friends. I had one friend from the whole time I was in high school, Kate Eschenberg. That was like my only gangster. Like everyone else, I wanted friends so bad. There's nothing I wanted more than for people to like me, and nobody liked me. And I was like, all right, fuck this, never mind. And the second I said fuck that, people started coming around because it is an energy thing. Like you want it too much, you're not going to get it, whatever. But I do have a deep wound with friendships where like I really, really want female friendships because I didn't have them when I was younger. And so in my adult life, I get really close to people really fast, and then it's really hard to step back from something when you like throw yourself all into a friendship up top. So I give people a ton of grace. I also know that I'm not the perfect friend, so I want grace myself. But like when I start to see things that bump me, I'll just be like, oh, that's interesting. I'm collecting data. I'm collecting information, I'm collecting. And then like you get to a point where you're like, I've collected enough information. This is not, a two-way friendship. Like I am not getting as much out of this as they are, or whatever it is. I don't feel safe here, and I think that's the main thing is like when I really stop feeling safe, like I'm scared to get out of it because I still don't want to lose the companionship, the closeness, the friendship. I still have a lot of fear around that, but like I have to like protect myself. So no, I'm not as good as I want to be about like seeing bad behavior and removing myself. What about you?
I don't know that it's like you're not bad at it. I think that like you hit the nail on the head that like no one's perfect. You're not perfect. And you want to be given a pass if you mess up sometimes. And like,
I want to be given grace, but there's different things that I want to be given grace about. Like if I am in a bad mood and I can't be there for you through something, or if I just like am having a human experience, that's fine. But when somebody shows you something about their character and I choose to ignore it, then that's going to bite me in the ass later. And it never hasn't. Like it always does. So it's like when someone shows you like, I'm going to hit on your man in front of you. And then I'm like, okay, you know, but I still want to be your friend. And it's like, no, they just showed you can't trust them. Mm-hmm. And then I just like put blinders on, but I didn't put blinders on really, because I was aware of it and I was like clocking it, but I just was like still collecting information. And then when I get to a point, I'm like, okay, this is no longer serving me. And then I step away, but that takes longer than it should for me.
Yeah, I've seen people do things to you and I've been like, I think that you should step away a little bit more. But I don't know, there's a line, because you do want to give some people some grace and you do want to be able to say like, I have a lot of trauma. I recognize that trauma in somebody else. Mm-hmm. I want to allow them to have a human experience. It depends on what the thing is. So like, to me, it's like, is this a pervasive issue or is this situational? I'm actually more willing to forgive the like flirting with my man thing than like most things. If me and you both meet a guy at the same time at the bar and like I feel that you're being a little annoying about it, or I'd like his attention and I feel like you're kind of like encroaching upon that, I think I can at least say to myself, okay, this is a friend that maybe I don't go wing woman with. Mm-hmm. Maybe I don't bring my man around her, but there's other good things about the friendship. Mm-hmm. Like this is clearly just somebody who's very attention seeking. Attention seeking to me is not like the nail in the coffin, I guess. Mm-hmm. We all have our own boundaries. I don't mind somebody that's a little like that. I might not hang out with you with my man. I might not go to a bar to meet guys with you. Like I have a couple girlfriends I wouldn't do that with. Mm-hmm. But like all in all, they're like a net positive in my life. Mm-hmm. But like people that you're just like, okay, I've read this story and I don't feel safe around you, and I can't see you through any other lens anymore.
Right.
You know, like if it becomes like it bleeds into all the other ways, like I think that you're just not trustworthy. Mm-hmm. I think I can't depend on you to like do the right thing. Like to me, that's more of a pervasive issue. And I have gotten much better, I don't know, for better or for worse. As I've gotten older, I fight with my friends less and I have less conflict with people, but I am able to just axe people quicker because I'm just like, you did this thing to me. It was on purpose. Mm-hmm. This was not a misunderstanding. There was boundaries. They were clear. They were not vague. You crossed them. Mm-hmm. And I've gotten better at like explaining to somebody like, you did this thing and we're done here.
Yeah. Yeah. I mean, I think the thing is like when people show you who they are, you have to believe them the first time. Mm-hmm. And I usually believe them like the 12th time. And I'm just like, all right, you know what? You're right. We're done here.
Those people can be really fun, and they can be intoxicating.
They're the most intoxicating and the most fun. I've talked about them before. They're crazy makers. They're just like these people that are intoxicating and they have big personalities and they're beautiful and they're funny and they're great. And then all of a sudden it's like the little glitches start and you're like, oh no. Oh no, you're a monster.
It's hard for me to put somebody like to jump boxes with people if I'm like super close with them and they do something. I can't really put you back in like a passive sort of like acquaintance box. Mm-hmm. I'm all in or I'm all out on you. Yeah. Like I've had a couple friendships in the last like couple years where like somebody has done something to me that's just very tangible. They did it on purpose. There's no excuse for it. Mm-hmm. It wasn't like a human experience. It's like you did something to hurt me. I communicated to you that it was going to hurt me and you did it. Mm-hmm. And I can't come back from it.
Yeah.
I really struggle.
I mean, I think it's one thing when you're younger, you know what I mean? And you're still figuring life out and you like fuck shit up and you make mistakes and you're like, oh, I flirted with this guy that my friend has a crush on and I should not have done that. And that really hurt them. But you like should learn that really fucking early. And like, our age is too big for people to be making these mistakes. Yeah. You know what I mean? It's just like, oh, okay, you didn't learn that lesson yet.
That's how I feel. I feel like as you get older, you fight less with your friends, but also you have less tolerance for this stuff because you're just like, I don't know, we're grown now. Yeah. I think you should just like act better.
Yeah. Yeah, that is one thing about maturing too, is like when friendships end, it feels less devastating. Like it used to, for me, feel so devastating when a friendship ended. It would be like, I mean, my best friend from college, like when our friendship ended, it was like a death in the family. Like I was so broken up over it. But since then, as I've had friends kind of come and go, it feels a lot less of a blow. Like, it's just like, okay, you know, not everyone's here for the long run. People are here for, what do they say? Seasons, reasons, treasons.
Treasons. I also think life is like long. I've certainly had falling outs with girlfriends of mine over situations, and like I have two in particular that I'm extremely close with, and we've had times in our friendships where we were like very much not speaking to each other. And so I've learned that like you can have the fight, take a step back, and like find each other again. And like I find that comforting. But like what I need to hear from somebody, I need in an argument at some point, I need to come to a mutual understanding of what happened here. And I need to know that we are like both sorry for what happened. We see each other, we understand each other. I had a falling out with a guy friend of mine about a year ago, and he did this thing to me that I asked him not to do. And he did it anyways. And he was like, well,
it was anal.
I would never do anal.
I know.
And I would forget that.
I would never do it.
It's sort of a convoluted story. I asked him not to do the specific thing, and he was like, I want to do it. And I was like, do not do this. And he did it. And I kind of stopped talking to him, and he was like, I don't understand. Like, I didn't think this was going to be a big deal. And I was like, but I told you it was going to be a big deal. And I asked you not to do it. And I told you this was really hurtful. And you were just like, haha, I'm going to do it anyways. And we don't speak anymore. Yeah. And if he had said to me, like, I was in a really bad place at the time, I'm really embarrassed by my behavior, I would do anything to take this back. Any of those, you can't like pre-prescribe what you want the apology to be. But if it was some version of that, I could move on from it. But like, I can't otherwise. Like, I didn't think you'd get this upset about this. It's not that deep where I can't come back
Someone
from it.
undermining how you felt because they did something that they knew was going to hurt you is like, that's a form of gaslighting. It's like you don't get to decide how your shitty action made me feel. And then come back and say it wasn't that big of a deal. Let's move on. Like, that's not an apology.
What kind of quality relationships you have with people that like other people have been like, that's chill?
Yeah.
That's how you apologize to me?
Yeah. It's crazy.
So if I see him across the street.
Oh my God. Okay. I'm going to do the word of the week because I love the word of the week. Do we want this one?
Do I have to guess what the word, like? Okay,
I'm going to see if you know it.
Okay.
Okay. Mellifluous. Mellifluous.
That's a character in a Disney movie.
Maleficent. Mellifluous is an adjective flowing sweetly and smoothly. Mellifluous come.
Does it apply to food or conversation?
Describes a smooth, sweet sensation. I think it can apply to anything. Jane's mellifluous cello playing was the envy of the other musicians.
Do you know big words? Do you know like SET words?
Some.
Okay.
I want to know more. That's why I'm doing this segment. Mellifluous.
Honestly, the definition doesn't match the word to me. The word doesn't flow sweetly. Mellifluous.
Here, you try and say it. This one.
Mellifluous.
Yeah.
The word does not flow sweetly.
We're never going to use that word. No. Mellifluous. I'm drinking some mellifluous cum.
I think it applies to melodies and not things that are already wet and flowing.
Okay.
Do you swallow?
Let's do it. Of course.
Of course?
Of course.
Of course?
Of course.
What are you saying to me? Of course. Is that how you get a boyfriend?
That's the only way I got my calories in college. I couldn't afford food.
Currently, you swallow?
Yeah, of course.
Why do you keep saying of course to me?
Do you not?
That's crazy. Why would I swallow? For what reason?
What? I mean, it's way more complicated to like get up and spit it in the toilet?
I can complicate my life that far. Yes.
What do you mean you don't swallow? Rayna, this is why you don't have a boyfriend. Rayna, this is why you're alone in life. You need to fucking gluck those loads, babe.
I'll suck dick. Listen, I love to give a blowjob. I like it more than getting oral. I think it's like, I really enjoy it. But unless I'm like in a car giving a blowjob and there is no toilet around. I mean,
there's a window.
I'm worried it's going to like blow back onto the car. Or your own face. What if it hit you in the face?
Rayna, what are you saying to me?
Why would I swallow that? That's disgusting. No shame if other people want to do that. I'm trying to
seems shame. Like there might be some shame. I don't know why you wouldn't. I mean, I guess I was just taught to.
By who? Your sister.
Our sister. No, the first guy that I dated was hooking up with in high school. He's like, you always swallow. And I was like, yes, master.
I'm really curious, like, what the average girl does. Because, listen, it's not sexy to be sitting there with a mouthful of spit and cum, and you got to walk across the apartment and, like, spit it out.
No, it's not.
You got to come back.
It feels almost like you have more of it in your mouth afterwards if you spit it out.
I know.
Because it goes back and forward. It's like, just let it go down.
I don't need it to. I'll feel sick all day.
Really?
Knowing that I did that, yeah.
Really?
It's not for me.
Wow. Yeah, no,
I'm curious what girls do. I'm curious what like the
well,
average
girlies, let us know.
Leave it in the comments.
Yeah, leave it in the comments.
Okay, when you get blowjobs, what do people normally do?
God, so long ago.
What is your experience
Back in
been?
my day,
Yeah.
when they were swallowers when they wanted to impress, but
Yeah.
I definitely dated a girl who wasn't.
It's pick me to swallow is what you're saying to me. It's pick me girls
Don't
swallow.
you fucking call me pick me on my own podcast. It's not it's just convenient. I really think it's just down the hatch and then I forget about it. I don't want to have to imagine walking across my
I
apartment.
do it all the time. Yeah, I just waddle around.
I waddle when there's cum in me and I have to get to the toilet, but not
You can get a spittoon.
A spittoon.
They've existed for hundreds of years.
That's what I want for Christmas.
Can you imagine?
Wow. I'm going to shake your boyfriend's hand. And tell him
Okay.
He'll be like, what is this for? I'm like, don't worry about it.
Don't worry about it. Well, he doesn't come from blowjobs.
I think that's pretty like 50-50.
Yeah.
I've seen like a lot of guys just be like, I don't know, I just can't get there.
Yeah, I really have gone to work on it and I'm like, man, really? This is one of one that I have not been able to make.
Do you get off from people going down on you?
I don't let anyone go down on me.
Why?
Because it's just
for you.
it's not for me. I've had so many guys down there bumbling around. They don't know what they're doing. They're just like licking my fucking thigh, and I'm like, what the fuck do you think you're doing? Because you're not doing what you think you're doing.
Do you only have I only have one or two experiences that it either takes forever and I'm just like, this is not pleasurable
4
for
years.
me, or I get off in 2 seconds and I'm
No,
like, we're done.
That's
here.
never happened for me.
Never.
See, I actually do think my guy, Mr. Manhattan, could do it because he's so good in bed in like every single way. So like maybe one day I'll introduce it because I believe in him.
I'm curious if you would like it.
I have had it done, obviously. And like sometimes it's enjoyable, but like it takes so long. And I have, the vibrators that I use, like when I come, it makes the dinosaurs go extinct again. Like it's like the hardest. Like I just think it would take so much time for a man to do what that machine is doing in just a split second.
It is weird for somebody to go down on you and for you to not finish and then you go into sex.
Yeah.
So like I always finish, but then I'm just sort of like, I'm done here. I don't want to have sex.
Right.
I don't care about it.
Yeah.
If somebody is really dying to do it, I'm not going to swat them away and like.
Do you know what I do like? A little booty eating.
And a lot of people do. I can't relate to it.
Have you ever had it done?
I don't like anything back
Rayna,
there.
you have to try because I was the same way. I did not like anything back there. And then one day someone slipped it in. They went from front to back. And I was like, oh, what?
I understand that a lot of people enjoy that. It is the quickest way to turn me off. Every guy I've ever been with wants to stick their fingers up my butthole while they're fucking me. I don't like it. I don't want anything back there.
Mr. Manhattan did that when we got to Paris. He stuck his fingers up my ass.
Did you like it?
No, I was constipated from the flight, so we got shit all over the bed. He's like, is that chocolate? And I'm like, no, babe.
That's crazy.
You put your fingers in my ass after a long flight.
I'm so sorry that happened to
He's
you.
like, is that a chocolate croissant? And I'm like, no, that's...
Were you embarrassed?
We got a
Neither-
nickname.
Neither of us were.
No one cared.
And that's how I knew that was my motherfucking man.
Yeah, you just got like a young boy.
Yeah.
Does he call you chocolate croissant now?
No, thank God.
Have you gone back to fingers and butts?
No, I don't really like it. He'll try and do it every once in a while, and I'm like, get your fingers out of my booty.
You want a tongue?
I like a tongue.
Okay. Listen, a lot of people do. I'm not judging. I'm actually not judging that. I wish I like butthole play because I feel like, what am I left with? One hole?
Yeah. What do you ever snowballed someone?
I don't know what that means.
Well, Julia Roberts taught movie theaters full of people what snowballing is.
So-
Wait,
Snowballing
is it
is
when
when
you
you-
take cum in your mouth and you put it into their mouth?
Yeah.
No. Have you done that?
No. A guy asked me to once, and I was like, you're gay.
I mean,
Like, why do you want to drink your own cum? That's so weird.
I don't understand why people want that, but I've had other weird requests.
Yeah.
I've had guys want me to talk about sleeping with other guys while I was sleeping with them.
Right. I was there for that. I mean, not in the room.
Not in the room. We were talking about you. Yeah. That's probably the weirdest request I've gotten.
Yeah.
I'm willing to try pretty much anything, but like I don't take like I'll do anything to them, but I don't take any pleasure from like butt stuff, which is disappointing.
There's such a disconnect between a generation of people who grew up without cell phones as a kid and the kids who have had cell phones looking at porn their entire lives.
Yeah, no, it's definitely a different.
The men y'all describe are
beast.
just. I remember just being happy to be there.
Yeah,
Of course, and that's the generation I'm trying to date.
yeah. Oh my God, Gen Z is. What do you think of Gen Z? They're not going out anymore. They're not doing anything.
They
They're
are having sex less. They're drinking less. They're, I mean, riddled with anxiety. It's the anxiety generation. Like, to have grown up with social media is not a thing that I envy.
No, not at all.
I can't imagine like thinking everything I did was going to be like shown to the world. I actually had no idea how ugly I was, and that was great.
That was the dream. Just like not knowing how shitty you looked and having no bar for comparison. Like I remember in college, I thought I was that bitch. I thought I was the hottest girl in town. I look at pictures of myself. I had no eyebrows. I was orange. I tanned.
I've seen that picture.
I tanned twice a day. I was like,
Yes.
It was I had a beer belly, and I was like, I am the hottest bitch in this town.
Like, I had busted teeth. My eyebrows were plucked within an inch of their lives.
There was one
I
hair on
barely
each
had one. We would thread them into a needle, and I'd be like, nailed it. And I'd go to Wet Seal and get my going out tops. And yes, I always had a beer belly.
Well, and they so when we would go out, we would get dressed up. We'd be in tiny little dresses, high heels. I would drive drunk in a hailstorm to go get dick.
Always.
These Gen Zers, they are going out in like Nike tennis shoes. They're Ubering around. They're going home at 11 p.m. I'm like, what the fuck happened to you guys?
But like, who did I think I was? I was running around Bloomington, Indiana in my little Charlotte Russe dress and stiletto heels.
You were doing what we were supposed to be doing. That's what I did too in Milwaukee, Wisconsin. And I was like, I'm never more sure that I was that bitch.
I did. I drove like blacked out in like snowstorms
Yeah.
to like get ass. I mean, literally that was my experience.
Yeah.
In heels.
Yeah.
All the time.
I know. They're just the laziest generation. They're wearing heels. They're staying in. They're post-mating dick. Like, I'm just like, no, you have to go out in the wild. You have to respect the fucking game. Put some cheap makeup on your face.
And then like COVID like destroyed work culture and people aren't going to the office anymore. I mean, like so much of my social life was the people I worked with and then going out with them after work and sleeping with people that I worked with. And like,
That was the whole
that's just
point.
over.
Why have colleagues if you can't fuck them?
I fucked all of them.
I never did that. I never slept with, because I didn't want to have to like look someone. It was the worst I ever did was a neighbor. And that was tough. Because like I remember I fucked this neighbor and he was great. He was hot. He had a big dick. I actually should introduce you to him.
In an apartment building or in
an apartment building in Venice
you
Beach.
take elevators to get out? Or
No. Stairs, but we were neighbors. Like my door was here and he was right across the hall. And I remember one time I was walking in with an NBA player and he was walking out and he was like, oh, hey, man. Really big fan. And I was just like, this is blank. And I was just like, this is awkward. I can't do this. I can't run into
No, neighbors are rough. I fucked a neighbor and he lived, at least you could like look out of your apartment and like see the other door. This guy lived the floor above me. So I would just like get into the elevator and he'd be there. It was so uncomfortable.
The worst. Yeah.
Oh God, that guy sucked so bad.
But then you went to work and saw everyone else you fucked. So your just whole roster was...
most of my career, I worked in restaurants. It's just assumed that you're going to like do drugs and drink and sleep with each other.
Right.
Groupon, everybody was sleeping with each other.
I did sleep with a bouncer when I worked at a restaurant.
Yeah, you're supposed to. That's encouraged.
Yeah.
I love a bouncer.
His eyes were a little close together. I don't think his mom stopped drinking when he was in utero, but he was hot enough.
Was he big?
He was a big boy, yeah.
Okay, I love
No,
that.
he didn't have tattoos. He was like a pretty straight edge. I can't remember his name. None of my business.
There's definitely people whose names I've never learned. I was writing about that the other day about how like easy dating was in my 20s because like I just like there was no research to do on somebody. Like you weren't like looking at people's like LinkedIn and social media and their ex-girlfriends and like doing all this stuff because like there was no information to be had. If somebody had like a 9 to 5 at a bed frame, I was like, that's my man. I didn't even know people's full names.
You didn't need to.
I didn't need to. It didn't matter.
A really nice time.
I didn't think about people's like trauma. I wasn't like, are we trauma bonding? I was just like, I like his hoodie. Like, I never thought about this stuff.
Right. I like his hoodie was enough to get you to the finish line.
That's what else was there to think about?
Yeah, the bar was low.
The bar was low.
It
could have been a little higher, to be honest. But no one told me to have a higher bar.
Yeah.
I didn't have like all these people on social media being like, I have the most amazing, blessed, healthy, stable relationship. I didn't know.
Yeah. And also those people on social media that are talking about how stable and healthy and blessed their relationships are, they're fucking battlefields. They're not great. The more you talk about how good something is on social media, the worse it is. Period.
I think that's pretty common knowledge, and it always is tracked.
Yeah.
And I don't know, just for other people's relationships. I try to not be like jealous about what I see in other people's relationships. And I'm like, people have their own problems. Yeah. The amount of people I have seen get divorced, even by my age, that like I thought for all intents and purposes had like solid relationships that made sense. And they're like, yeah, no, we're splitting up. Like, it blows my mind. So like, it's weird to be jealous of other people's relationships because like you literally have no idea what's going on with people ever.
Yeah. Yeah. Never ever.
So that's what we think about Gen Z.
That's what we think about Gen Z. And to tie a bow on that, that's what we think about Gen Z. Well, I love you so much. Thank you for coming. Can you tell everyone where they can follow you?
Yes, I love you so much. And I truly cannot wait to be on this tour with you. Like I get so excited to do it because I know you're going to be with me.
It's going to be so
fun.
And
like to have your feedback and your advice. And it's going to be so much fun.
I can't wait.
You can follow me at Rayna.Greenberg. Get tickets to my tour at RaynaGreenberg.com. And my podcast is Girls Gotta Eat Podcast.
I love you so much.
I love you so much.
All right, besties. Thanks for tuning in to this episode of Talkin' Schmitt. We'll see you next week.